Dave, I've got to ask you, soil quality. People talk about soil quality. If you were going to pick a number of things as to be the key indicators of soil quality, what would you do?
Well, of course, that's what we're here on Tenerife to do, is to train the students in that sort of how to evaluate soil quality. Some people call it soil health. Controversial
I hate that term.
Yeah,
I hate it.
yeah.
It just seems so. Ugh.
But the general public really like it. They understand
it's
what
probably
soil
fine.
health
It's my
is.
prejudice. Sorry.
Yeah. But I quite like it actually.
Okay, that's all right.
Because I think people get the concept of health.
Yeah.
Whereas quality is sort of, I don't know, has less. Anyway.
Okay.
But if you were going to measure 5 things for soil quality, I think we've had lots of times where we put scientists like ourselves in a room and we try and debate about which we think are the best soil quality indicators to measure. Because for national monitoring, for example, you can't measure everything. You've got to measure certain things because you don't have enough money to measure everything in the soil. So if you're going to pick 5 things, what would you do? Well, I think probably you would pick organic matter as one of them.
Organic matter?
Yeah.
Go on then, tell me about organic matter.
Well, organic matter is the lifeblood of the soil. That is the thing that drives soil biology, for example. And without organic matter, you can't have soil biology, and we know that soil biology is essential for nutrient cycling and delivering lots of other ecosystem services in soil.
Yeah.
It also, provides structure to the soil, so the soil suffers from compaction if you don't have it.
Yeah.
And it, clearly contains a lot of nutrients as well. And
Yeah. Okay, that's number 1, organic matter.
Yeah.
Number 2?
pH.
pH?
Yeah.
Okay, the master variable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a way, it's linked to organic matter. I mean, they're all interlinked, of course, all these soil quality indicators. And I quite like pH because it tells you quite a lot about what sort of organisms might exist in the soil. If the soil is too acid, you don't have earthworms, for example, which we know are really important. I also think that it's important because if the pH is too low, then you have too much aluminium in the system and the plants can't grow well.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Okay, so after organic matter, pH, what's the third one?
Well, I might go for something to do with we've got something about the soil chemistry now and a bit about soil biology, but I think we need some physical indicators really.
Right.
I think it's important to have that. So I would look for probably bulk density, so how compacted the soil is.
Okay.
And linked to that, that tells us quite a lot about how dense the soil is, so that the denser the soil, generally the worse the soil quality.
Okay.
You want a nice light soil generally, so that the roots can really grow well. And I think that you can do that in a number of ways, with a bulk density core or just by looking at the soil itself and the structure.
Describing the structure or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. So we've had organic matter, pH, bulk density, sort of physical properties. What's the 4th one? No pressure.
Yeah. Well, I think I would probably go for soil phosphorus.
Oh!
Close to your heart, my friend.
Phosphorus.
Yeah. So.
Very important.
And I think nitrogen is probably the primary limiting element in the soil, but you can proxy that, you can estimate that probably based on the organic matter content. Whereas phosphorus is less easy because a lot of phosphorus is held on the mineral phase. So I think actually that it's worth evaluating soil phosphorus because after nitrogen, phosphorus is predominantly one of the most limiting nutrients. So.
Okay. And finally,
the
5th one.
The 5th one, I would probably measure moisture content.
Yeah, okay.
Because
it's not going to be very dynamic though. It's not going to change day to day.
It is, but I think my feeling is that, if you're in the field and you've got a moisture probe, you can get quite a lot of information just by looking at the soil, the visuals of it, and measuring the moisture content with a theta probe, for example.
Yeah.
And, if you can see anaerobic patches, for example, evidence of glaying and things, then I think that tells you a lot about it, which, maybe soil moisture done by visuals or in the lab or in the field, I think soil water is absolutely critical to that.
Brilliant. So there we've got it. The 5 soil quality indicators. What were they? So they were pH, was it first? No, it was organic matter, pH, physical properties, phosphorus, and the moisture status.
Yeah.
Well done. Fantastic.